Have you ever realized that your entire life is one big trade? I'm not just speaking metaphorically. I mean it literally. Life itself operates on the exact same principles as the markets. Every decision you make, every path you choose, every relationship you invest in, it's all part of a complex, ongoing trade with costs, benefits, risk management, and yes, unavoidable opportunity costs. The moment you begin to see life through this lens, everything changes. The skills that make someone an exceptional trader are precisely the same skills that create an extraordinary life. Think about it. What is trading at its core? It's making calculated decisions under conditions of uncertainty. It's weighing potential rewards against probable risks. It's understanding that every position you take means saying no to countless other positions. And most importantly, it's recognizing that your capital, whether financial, emotional, or temporal, is inherently limited. This is exactly how life works as well. When I tell people I trade the markets, they often think it's just about charts, patterns, and numbers. But the real traders know it's primarily about psychology, discipline, and the ability to make clear-headed decisions while managing risk. These are the same fundamental skills needed to navigate the complex trade-offs of life itself. Let's break this down. In trading, every position you take comes with an opportunity cost, the potential gain from the alternative position you didn't take. When you go long on Apple, you're simultaneously not going long on Google or Tesla or holding cash or any of the thousands of other possible positions. You've made a trade-off. Life works identically. Every major decision contains within it a universe of alternatives not chosen. When you choose a career path, a life partner, a city to live in, or even how to spend your Saturday afternoon, you're making a trade. You're allocating your most precious resource, your limited time on this planet, to one option at the expense of all others. The economist would call this opportunity cost, what you give up when making a choice. I call it the fundamental trade-off of existence. Just as there's no free lunch in economics, there's no way to escape the reality that choosing one path means not walking countless others. Some people resist this truth. They try to have it all. Multiple careers, relationships, hobbies, and commitments, spreading themselves so thin that they excel at nothing. They diversify to the point of dilution. Great traders know better. They understand that focus and meaningful allocation of resources is how exceptional returns are generated, both in markets and in life. But here's where it gets deeper. In trading, your success isn't determined by any single trade, but by how you manage your entire portfolio over time. The same is true for life. It's not about any single decision, but about the integrated strategy across all domains of your existence. A truly sophisticated trader doesn't just think about individual positions, they think about correlation between assets, about portfolio construction, about how different positions hedge against each other. Life demands the same holistic thinking. Your career choices, relationship investments, health decisions, and spiritual practices all interact with and influence each other. For example, a high-paying job that destroys your health creates a portfolio imbalance in your life. A relationship that provides emotional fulfillment but constrains your freedom represents a different kind of trade-off. Neither is inherently right or wrong. What matters is whether these positions align with your overall life strategy and risk tolerance. Speaking of risk, this is perhaps the most profound parallel between trading and life. In the markets, understanding and managing risk is what separates professionals from amateurs. The same is true in life. The ability to accurately assess risk, not avoid it entirely, but measure and manage it intelligently, is what enables both great trades and great lives. Consider how most people approach major life decisions. They focus almost exclusively on the potential upside while minimizing or ignoring the downside. They fall in love with the outcome rather than respecting the process. Sound familiar? It's exactly what novice traders do before the market teaches them harsh lessons. Successful traders, by contrast, are almost obsessively focused on what could go wrong. They ask, how much can I lose in this position? What's my exit strategy if things don't work out? What's the risk to reward ratio here? These same questions applied to life decisions create extraordinary clarity. Before deciding on a career path, ask, what's my exit strategy if this doesn't fulfill me? What's the opportunity cost of pursuing this path instead of alternatives? What's the worst-case downside scenario? Before entering a relationship, consider, what am I trading away in terms of freedom or other possibilities? Is the potential upside worth the commitment of resources? What happens if this position moves against me? These aren't cold or calculating questions. They're honest recognitions of life's fundamental nature as a series of trades, exchanges where we allocate limited resources towards some possibilities at the expense of others. But while trading provides a powerful metaphor for life, there's one critical difference. In market trading, the ultimate goal is simple: maximize returns while managing risk. In life's grand trade, the definition of return is yours to create. What constitutes a good life, a successful trade, is deeply personal. For some, maximizing wealth or status might be the primary metric. For others, it might be relationships, creative expression, spiritual growth, or service to others. There's no universal definition of a winning life trade, but whatever your definition, the principles of intelligent trading will help you achieve it more effectively. This brings us to perhaps the most important parallel: psychological mastery. Ask any professional trader what ultimately determines success, and they'll tell you it's not their technical system or market knowledge, it's their psychology. The ability to remain disciplined, to follow their strategy even when emotions scream otherwise, to maintain equanimity during both winning and losing streaks. Life demands this same psychological mastery: the capacity to make rational decisions amid emotional turbulence, the strength to delay gratification, the wisdom to cut losing positions before they drain your resources, whether those positions are bad investments, toxic relationships, or dead-end careers. Many people struggle with major life decisions because they haven't developed this trader's mindset. They swing between impulsive choices driven by immediate emotions and paralysis from fear of making the wrong move. They let sunk costs keep them in losing positions far too long. They fail to take positions with positive expected value because of loss aversion. These psychological pitfalls destroy both trading accounts and lives. The solution is the same in both domains: developing a systematic approach that honors emotional realities while not being governed by them. In trading, this means having a clear strategy with defined entry and exit criteria, position sizing rules, and risk management protocols. In life, it means having conscious principles that guide your decisions, boundaries that protect your resources, and honest awareness of your risk tolerance across different domains. The beauty of viewing life as a trade is that it liberates you from the common fallacy that there's a perfect choice with no downsides. Every significant life decision involves trading one set of possibilities for another. The question is not whether you'll make trade-offs, but whether you'll make them consciously and strategically or unconsciously and reactively. Those who resist this reality often find themselves in a perpetual state of FOMO, fear of missing out. They cannot fully commit to their current position because they're constantly looking over their shoulder at what might have been. Great traders know that once you're in a position, you must be fully present with it, focused on managing it optimally rather than second-guessing the entry. Similarly, a well-lived life requires presence and commitment to your chosen paths, even while acknowledging that they necessarily precluded other paths. Regret about roads not taken is the emotional equivalent of constantly jumping in and out of positions, a recipe for mediocre returns and psychological exhaustion. Faith plays a crucial role in this life trade framework as well. Not blind faith, but the kind of grounded confidence that comes from trusting a well-tested system. The best traders develop faith in their process, knowing that if they execute their strategy consistently, the results will take care of themselves over a large enough sample size. In life, this translates to having faith in your values and principles, trusting that consistently acting in alignment with them will produce a life of meaning and fulfillment, even when individual trades don't work out as expected. So what would it mean to approach your life more consciously as a trader? Here are the key principles. First, know your available capital and respect its limits. Your time, energy, attention, and emotional capacity are finite resources. Budget them accordingly. Second, understand your risk tolerance across different domains. Some areas of life may allow for more aggressive positions than others. Third, be clear about your overall strategy. What are you optimizing for? What kind of return represents success for you? Fourth, make conscious trade-offs. Rather than trying to have everything, focus creates exceptional results. Dilution leads to mediocrity. Fifth, manage your psychology. Develop systems and practices that help you make rational decisions even when emotions run high. Finally, trust the process. A well-lived life, like a successful trading career, is built on consistent execution of sound principles over time, not on any single decision or outcome. Those who understand these principles gain an extraordinary edge in navigating life's complexity. They make clearer decisions. They waste less energy on regret. They build lives that reflect conscious choice rather than passive circumstance. For those seeking to deepen their understanding of both trading and life mastery, I've created a community where we explore these parallels in depth. In our Discord, we discuss not just market strategies, but the universal principles that govern all forms of successful decision-making under uncertainty. The premium channels provide specific insights on trading psychology, risk management, and strategic thinking that apply equally to financial markets and life's broader marketplace of possibilities. Whether you're looking to improve your actual trading results or simply to navigate life's complex trade-offs with greater clarity and confidence, understanding this fundamental connection between trading principles and life mastery is the first step toward more conscious strategic living. Life itself is the ultimate trade. The question is, are you trading consciously, or are you letting the market of life trade you?